Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Midweek Bits and Bites. This is the time where I sit down with some friends and talk for a bit while we bite into some bizarre food. So today I have Tim and Elenitsa K. Hall. Say it for me like you would normally say it.
Kondonoseki Hall.
Kondonoseki Hall. That's impressive.
I confirm.
Perfect, great.
Kondonosekis.
Tim, you're our 7th grade guys life group leader. Elenitsa, you've got the 6th grade girls. So just a lot of shout outs to all of you who are watching right now. We love you, we're excited. Guys, I'm excited you're here for 2 reasons. 1, you've never been here before. And 2, if you can't tell by our mini celebration, Elenitsa, your birthday is this week.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. In the chat, tell Elenitsa happy birthday, please. It's gonna be a lovely day for you, or I will try to make it. And you're just sort of along for the adventure. How excited are you? How excited are both of you?
I'm mildly entertained by this.
Mildly entertained. Okay, Elenitsa?
Not so.
Not so much.
Excited.
Okay. Well, today, to celebrate your birthday, because today's really about you. Tim's just here, okay? But to celebrate your birthday on Bits and Bites, we're gonna play a little game called Will It Cupcake. So underneath each of these mugs is a cupcake custom made by me for you for your birthday. So, but you won't know which one you're gonna choose. There's 3 different options. You just get to choose a mug. I'll take it off for you, and we'll see what we do. So, Elenitsa, what number would you like to choose? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2. Okay, Elenitsa, this is yours. Just take that in real quick. Tim, what number do you want?
I'm gonna go with 3.
3, okay. Oh, fun. And that leaves me with number 1.
Oh.
Okay, so right here, I'm gonna stick these away, but Elenitsa, it is your birthday, so let me tell you something. Number 1, we have a spicy guacamole cupcake. That's enough description you need. This is a onion and garlic cupcake. Perfect. And this one is a cheddar cheese goldfish cupcake. So this is what we're working with. Elenitsa, it is your birthday. I want to give you a choice. Would you like to swap Tim or me for a different cupcake, or do you like the one that you're with?
I'm good with the one.
Okay. You know, I just wanted to make sure, I wanted to provide everything I can. I'm gonna put these down just real quick. It's not really a birthday unless you have a candle. So I'm gonna just give you this, and it's just all presentation, you know, like only the best for our amazing life group leaders. So there's that. Happy birthday, Elenitsa. Tim, do you have any words to celebrate a birthday of your lovely wife?
That is frosting, right? With the onions and garlic?
We'll find out.
I'd love to. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Elenitsa.
Good luck.
Okay,
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna take mine. You feel free to take yours. Elenitsa, you can take yours. You can blow out your candle. I'm just thrilled that we're here. We might want to take off the wrapping. So, of course, you know, every time we play Bits and Bites, you take a good size bite. We try not to spit it out, but if you have to, but we don't. And I'm gonna ask you a question as soon as you take a bite, and we'll figure out what happens, okay?
It's like got onions in the cupcake.
Well, of course, only the best for you. Mine has actual guacamole in it. Yours has, cheese
Yeah,
and
I got cheese.
the whole thing. But of
I'm
course,
just trying to figure out how to best
go after that.
do I just be like a total pig and just
Just be yourself.
You do.
like
Just
the
be
whole thing?
yourself.
And then it might take me a few minutes before I can answer the question if I do that.
All right. Well, let's take a bite. Let's figure it out. Let's go for it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh, mine's hot. Y'all, Elenitsa, what is your favorite part about being a life group leader? I can tell it caught you off guard.
Yes.
Happy birthday. We all love you here. I'm done with mine. Mine's hot.
This has been a challenging year. This is my first year as a life group leader.
Yeah.
And, but I've really enjoyed seeing the girls kind of open up to each other on Zoom, not knowing each other in the beginning and just kind of opening up and talking about things in a just seemingly comfortable way.
Yeah,
So,
just forming those friendships. It's awesome. I'm sorry about the garlic and the onions. I know. Tim, what's your favorite part about being the life group leader? The friendships, the opening up, what else?
notice his must be a lot tastier because he's
Or
eating
he's
the
just-
whole thing.
We all know Tim is slightly off though, so who knows?
Oh, I'm feeling really bad for you guys because this is actually kind of
No, do
Kinda
not
tasty.
say it. Don't say that.
no. I
Really?
mean, oh yeah, the frosting and the cheese.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, I know you're boys. What do you love about being a life group leader?
I love just connecting with them wherever they're at.
Yeah.
It's almost like, I know this is gonna sound weird, it's almost like being a parent. Every one of your kids has their own unique personality and stuff.
Yeah.
Every one of the boys has their own personality, their own stage at where they're at, and just creating a bond and a friendship there. And,
Yeah. So good.
it's just awesome.
Yeah.
Like, and the stuff that you don't anticipate coming back. Like one of the kids wanted to know if I was going to be his leader through high school.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You're like, wait a second.
like what? Like,
Why do they
are you
like
at-
you that much?
Well, no,
I'm
I went
kidding,
the other
I'm
way.
kidding.
I went, are you hoping that I disappear,
Oh,
or you want
maybe
me to
so. Well,
exactly?
hopefully not. Hey, no, that's
Are there
awesome.
napkins? Sorry to interrupt.
Yes, there are. We're gonna bring one right now. Only hang in there. Do not do that. Okay, but here's the thing. One last question for us. So we always say, will it cupcake? We don't know. I'm gonna say, here's some napkins. Look at that.
Oh, thank
Brilliant.
you.
Just a flutter of napkins. Elenita, will your cupcake?
No.
No. Tim, does your cupcake? I'd feel really weird about that, but okay. I'm gonna go, mine could. I don't love it, but it could cupcake. So, y'all, we did this for you because we love you. And that's all I know. It's Elenita's birthday, we're happy, and we're gonna keep going with midweek. Do you have a thought? What are you pointing at?
Would you guys feel better if I tried some of yours?
No,
Okay.
but we do have extras in the kitchen, so if you want to,
Just-
we'll figure it out. Guys, thanks for being here. We'll see you soon. And that's good. Thanks for being here, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Hi guys, I'm Jessica and I wanted to take a moment to tell you about middle school camp. Now, I know that it's far away and you might not be thinking about it, but you should sign up because it's going to be amazing. They have an indoor pool, they have ropes courses, so many things I don't have enough time to tell you about. So go talk to your parents and go on North Shore's website and sign up.
If we haven't been able to meet yet, my name is Cody, and I want to say welcome. It's great to be with all of you tonight, and if it is your first time joining Midweek, or if you don't even remember what you had for dinner, I want to catch you up to speed on what we've been looking at over the past few weeks together. So we started talking about how we can't push pause on life because God has made us unique, and He's made us with a purpose, even in the craziness life sometimes it just throws at us. But then we moved on to this idea that we bring who we are to our friendships and how we're able to show up for our friends, even in ways that aren't really that big of a deal to us, but that actually mean a lot to that person. And so we started right here with us, like you and me as individuals, and then we pulled it back to this idea of friendships. And now today we're gonna look a little bit further back one more time, talking about a word called influence. And so influence is the ability to affect or change someone or something else. When I think about influence, my mind immediately goes to how it's just a normal thing in life. Like influence is not a crazy idea because we all experience it. We are influenced by other things. I mean, people and websites and music and TV. I mean, think about it. Like, who do you like to listen to? What artists or bands do you follow on Spotify? Who do you watch on YouTube? What do you follow on social media? Like, who do you listen to? I mean, even now, like, tell me, like, in the chat right now, put someone that you like watching or listening to, like, something like that, because these people have a voice into our lives, and it's important to see that. And so you know as well as I do that there are even people who are literally paid to influence you to make a certain decision. But do you know why? Because we all are influenced, and we all have the ability to impact someone else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if I ask some of you tonight, do you have influence? Do you have the ability to influence a lot of people, some of you would probably say no. And maybe some of you might say, sure, like I influence others in a certain way, but some of you are thinking, no, not even close. It's just me in my little bubble, like right here. But let me tell you a story. I had a friend named Trevor growing up that I talk about quite a bit because Trevor and I did a lot of weird and crazy things. I love Trevor. But does anyone have a friend like him? You know, the thing that I loved about it was that I knew that being friends with Trevor was awesome because we were a really great pair because he loved doing crazy, silly, dumb things to make you laugh. And it was perfect because I have a lot of crazy ideas, and you probably know this. But one weekend, it had snowed a whole bunch, and I really wanted to go sledding. But the problem was there wasn't really that much snow on the hills left, but there was a lot of ice on the roads. So I texted my friends and I said, I have a great idea. If we take Tom's really big truck, tie a rope to the back of it, and then we tie that rope to the back of his truck, we can sled wherever we want. So I started to think, should I get on the back of the sled? And I thought, no, it's probably not a good idea. But I did think of one friend who would be excited for this little adventure. Yeah, it was Trevor. So we tie Trevor down into the sled. We tie it back to the end of Tom's truck, and Steven and I, we jump on the back of the truck, and we're like holding on because we don't want to miss out on any of the action, and we take off. And so it's super funny because Trevor's like flying all over the place on the sled, and he's like holding on as tight as he can, and we're just laughing. But then as we're going, we hear Tom yell out the window. He's like, hold on, there's a stop sign. And so he hits his brakes, and remember, it's like a big truck, so it actually stops the car. But Trevor, oh yeah, my friend Trevor, he's on a sled on ice. And so he doesn't stop on his sled. It just goes, and we hear this boom, and the sled flies out from underneath the front of the truck now, and Trevor's not on the sled. So in my mind, I'm thinking, Trevor's gone. Like, we're never seeing Trevor again. And we jump off the truck, and I look under it, and Trevor's like laying there, like in a movie. He's like half laughing, half trying to figure out what just happened. But think about this. Did I have influence? Even though it was a bad idea, even though I was a freshman in high school, even though I was in my own little bubble, yeah, I did. And I used my influence because we all have the ability to impact someone else. But think about it, I don't know, a little deeper. Why did Trevor want to be influenced? He wanted people to like him, and he wanted to be funny. And why did I want to influence him? I mean, I can think of 100 different reasons, but mainly because I could. If I said something, he would do it. And that felt good to influence someone else. And so there's a guy in the Bible named Paul, and he had a lot of influence. He spoke and people listened. But for a good chunk of Paul's life, he influenced people to hurt others, to hurt anyone that loved Jesus. And so he would drag them out of their homes and beat them in the middle of the streets. And other people did this too because Paul did. He influenced them greatly against Jesus. But then Paul's whole life changed. In the book of Acts, we get introduced to Paul, and in Acts chapter 9, we see where he was literally traveling to a town to capture Christians. But through this wild thing, God changed his life, and Paul realized that he was loved by God just like you are. He's covered in grace and completely loved by Jesus no matter what. And in that moment, because of Jesus, Paul shifted how he was no longer going to influence people in that way. He no longer was going to hunt Christians, but bring so many people to know the love of God. And so at first, people didn't believe him. And I mean, I don't blame them. Like, as we read this, you'll see, they probably thought he was tricking them because he had pulled people in the opposite way for so long. And the Bible tells us that 3 years went by before some people actually even started to trust him because Paul had been the worst of the worst. But God changed his life, and he can do that for you too. And so I'm excited for you to look at the story together in your groups in just a minute, but make sure you guys look at the change and how Paul impacted other people. He was an awful guy, But then God, when he changed Paul's life, Paul then used his influence for many, many, many people to hear about the incredible love Jesus has for us. Because we all have the ability to impact someone else. So if we influence others and they influence us, often without us even thinking about it, it's important to ask, how are you impacting those people? You know, and if we've talked about who you are with your friends the past couple of weeks, but like, what about beyond that? Like, more than just your 5 favorite people, how are you influencing others? Here's a really practical way to think about it. This or this. Think about Instagram. Think about YouTube. Think about all the websites you go to, all of those things that influence you, but you influence others too. You even influence me. I see the things that you post on these devices. I see the memes you find. I see the videos you're sharing. And do you know what that's called? Influence. You have all kinds of peripheral people around you who aren't quite your friends, but they know you and they see you. They see the things that you're saying. And it's important to think about the question, because I'm an influencer, not if, because I influence others, what am I influencing people towards? Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. Are you helping Trevor get out from under the truck, or are you tying him to the sled? That's influence. And maybe you need to change what you're doing, like Paul did, so that you can influence others well. And so I wonder what you might post this week. Like, what text could you send? What could you do to influence someone in a good way? But if you started today, how could you influence others toward love and kindness and encouragement and good things? Because we all have the ability to impact someone else. Will you pray with me? God, thank you for the students that are here, God, for the influence that we have into so many people's lives. God, if I just think about it, the way that the number of students here tonight influence other people, it's crazy how wide that reach is. God, I pray that you would help us to impact people for good, to show your love, to give your hope, to spread the things that you want us to be about, God. I wonder what it would look like if we actually used our influence to put you forward, God, to make you the main thing in our lives. And so, God, I just pray that we would be able to see the importance of this and that we would actually live it out this week. God, let this not be something that we just hear and learn from, but let it be something that we can actually do because of this. Jesus, thank you for your incredible love that still changes lives. And it's in your awesome name we pray. Amen.
Hey everyone, before you go, if you are new or you don't happen to know what to do tonight, just comment in the chat. This is the time when we go to our life groups and hang out with friends and leaders and just have a good time. So if you don't know what room to go to, let me know. I will send you a private message and we'll figure out what you need to do or what a good step for you would be. So thanks again for being here tonight. Have a great night, and we'll see you not next week, but the week after, because it's midwinter break. We'll see you later. Bye.